This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my re-review of the Aldhani arc. This is the arc that takes place in episodes 4, 5, and 6 in Andor Season 1, and is about the heist of the Aldhani garrison. It's another great arc, although it's one of the best of Season 1 that will be coming up, and I just really enjoyed watching it. I think it is such a great storyline, it's an intriguing heist, and it does something in such a unique way where there's details where characters die and you don't even notice it if you look away for literally a second. And that was for, I believe it was Lieutenant Gorst. I think it was his name. He was one of the few I don't remember because of his just very limited screen time. But everyone else, Harriman, Skeen, and well, really everyone else in this was just super compelling. Yeah, almost everyone besides Valstinta and Cassian don't make it through, but there are just so many great things in this. Nemec is super interesting as he is this very different character where he goes and is very idealistic. He thinks that Cassian is a good person. He sees through the sort of illusion that Cassian puts up, and he knows that Cassian is secretly a good person and would be a great help to the rebellion, even though Cassian doesn't see it himself. Nemec sees the person that Cassian will become, and it's also just really interesting with him. His death is also extremely tragic, where it is literally just an accident. Gorst, again, I'm pretty sure that was his name. I might be confusing with someone else, but it was also really interesting to see him here. He goes and has these great moments where he has all this plausible deniability until, well, he is figured out. Where he's like, oh, you guys didn't go and paint this thing. You guys are gonna have to work tomorrow. And they're like, oh, no, 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 please don't make us work tomorrow. He's like, okay, fine, but it's not gonna be my fault when things happen because, oh, I told them, you need to do this, and I was pushing for more people to work tomorrow, and they talked me down to it, so it gives him a great alibi, and, well, assuming that he killed anyone that knew about it, he would not be blamed, although we don't really know what happens to all the staff members on the Downey. We know that from the next episode after this that they are all reassigned to other places, although they could be killed off, and that before failing in such a spectacular manner. But yeah, just going through this, it is it's just a really great setup as the tension builds as they plan things out. We get to meet the characters and get to know them. The some of the interesting things is him starting to sympathize with Skeen and understand him, not realizing just how much Skeen is like him. And after Cassian does realize at the end when Skeen plans to go and steal the money, Cassian goes and kills him. And yeah, in the previous, well, not previous, the next episode, let's even mention that Luthen had his doubts about Skeen, but he doesn't mean too much that he's dead, and just going through it, everything honestly just super interesting. I love the plotting, planning, and how Cassian is able just to know all this much more, and the fact that this mission most likely would have failed without Cassian, because if you look at everything, Cassian is the only person who knew how to get the ship off of the rail and to be able to fly it out. He knew how to have them go and correctly hold their guns and to have them in the best position. And it was honestly just all. It was just really great to see. Cassian was just this great expert here, and it really shows that this just wasn't a oh, we're going to toss this guy in just to make the plot go forward. There was a good reason Cassian was there, and that's because he knew how to infiltrate the space and was smart enough to go and do that. So yeah, honestly, it was very compelling, very, very well done, and I just really loved how they did it. And just really going through everything else. The heist, very high intense. The just everything done was super well done. I was great to see the Eye of Aldhani, and it just looked incredible there in the background as they're going on this intense mission. The fight is intense, and as I said, there's just the death toll in this is extreme, and literally, the death of Gorst is it's done on such a quick shot that, as I said earlier, if you blinked, you would have missed this scene because there's literally such an easy way to go and miss it because you see him be shot and then you just never see the guy again. It really pays to pay attention to the show and make sure you know genuinely what is going on because you don't even really fully know about his death until the next episode when it is mentioned if you didn't go and see it there. But yeah, honestly, it is just really interesting. It's really, really well done, and as they just continue on, I love the some of the other stuff going on also. We get our first introduction to Mon Mothma in this during the season, and everything with her is it's just really great. Mon Mothma is incredible in this, and this is the first and really only thing besides the newest novel to ever go in depth into Mon Mothma as a character. Generally, I believe I've mentioned this before. I think it was in that book of Mask of Fear. We have the just the entire character of Mon Mothma really is just this person that is usually just in the background. She's just the good leader, the one that all the rebels and or New Republic characters go and look to for help, or is just, the one in charge of the government and is the one being targeted by the Imperials. She really never has that major of a role, and that's what makes things just so much better for her because, well, she is just given so much more depth in this. We get to meet Perrin, we get to meet her daughter, and everything there it just is made to make the character so much more compelling. Us to realize, why she's done this, what's going on with her, and just the tragedy of really everything. It is. It'll be really interesting to see what happens to her family in the next season. I am so excited for that because it's not going to be good regardless. Most likely, I see it either being Perrin betraying her or Perrin being killed, and I'm not really sure what happens to her daughter. I'd say it's most likely that she just goes off with her new marriage and speaks out against her mother and is loyal to the Empire. It'll be really interesting to see, but that's talking about next season. Just this season specifically, she goes and has that great conversation. I think that might be the next episode where I think that's the next episode where she talks to yeah, that's the next episode because that's after the heist is completed. But here she just has all these great conflicts with Perrin and everything going on is just it's just really compelling. I think it is really great to see also everything with Luthen as he's going and worrying about this plan and he is in his role where he is, not fully an Imperial, but not Imperial. He's going and being like a good Imperial citizen. He's just a shop owner, and no one really sees anything wrong with what he's doing. It is it's just super interesting. Luthen, easily one of the best characters ever created by Disney, and I just love seeing him on there. Of course, we don't have his best moment yet. That is coming very soon, especially for me because I'll be watching the arc right after I finished recording and uploading this. But yeah, honestly, super, super excited. I just love watching the show. It's great to rewatch this before the next season starts. And I think it was, as I said, super well done. And yeah, honestly, just going through the rest of it, there's also little great things. Also, we got our introduction also to Deidre, and she's just a great character in this also. I'm very excited to see the continuation of her story because she is really, as I said, just super compelling in this. I am interested in seeing, everything else because of just how she is done and her conflict with the rest of the ISB was done really well. I think that it's going to be definitely interesting to see how this continues on because, as I said, Deidre is a really great character in the next season, but just going through it here, we see that she's one of the only people that's willing to, fully do the work and not be stuck in all the petty politics of everything, and that's what helps her be able to go and eventually go and reveal more about the rebellion and be able to try and track down Cassian in the end of the season. And then also there is just that little thing with Cyril and everyone loves Cyril. Cyril's honestly just really insane. His mom is going and having to, she hits him and he gets the entire corporate security sector shut down by the Imperials, and it's taken over by what is now the Empire, and there's everything with him in this. His mom just always berating him, saying how she has to go to Uncle Harlow for help. Just really, really great. I'm also really interested to see what happens with Cyril now that Deidre does owe her life to him, and I'm really excited to see him in the next season also. And yeah, honestly, that's really all I have to say about this one. Really great storyline. Cassian continuing to develop, and Nemec specifically was great. There's great little moments like him requesting after he dies for his journal to be left with Cassian, and that just, as it helped so much. But yeah, really, I cannot wait to see more Andor. I can't wait for the next season, and I'm very excited to start an Arcana 5 arc because that is the current next arc I have to watch. I have already watched announcement for next week, so I should record that soon. But as I said, I do have the arc to go and watch, and I'm very excited to do that because, as I said, I just love Andor. It is such a great show, and really am excited to continue on with it. But yeah, honestly, I want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends of Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.